back inside. So what I'm going to do today, the doors are now, as you can see, fitted, and they fit pretty good, and that's because I'm going to take them off and sand down this surface. They're done. They fit perfectly. They shut nicely on the seal that I put yesterday that I showed you. So that shuts nicely. I am going to get some deadbolts to go down through here to hold them. The offset deadbolts. I don't want it going through here, mainly because I don't want it to fill with water. So I want it to go on the inside like that. So it's got a nice thud to it. And this one also shuts nicely. If I can get the key out, I'll show you. Let's put that to there temporarily. Still waiting on the scutcheons for this particular door lock because for some reason nobody seems to do these door locks in this town. So that, as you can see, the latch there shuts nicely. I can lock it, so that's locked, but obviously it's moving back and forth because there's no deadbolt. And yeah, so I'm going to have 4 deadbolts, 2 here, 2 at the bottom. I'm wondering whether to have one of those that you can turn from the outside for this one, so I can open it from the outside, you know, with the offset cam in the middle. So maybe I can do something like that. It won't be very pretty enough to cover it because it'll have a rod going up and a rod going down, but it would make it more secure, and I can then open it from the inside and the outside, as well as the key and the latch. So that's probably what I'm going to do with that one, but for now I'm going to see if I can get some normal bolts for this that don't go through the actual frame. So I'm really happy with that. It feels quite cozy in here now. It's got a nice sort of feel about it. I quite like it, and can't wait to see the windows in there. I ordered 10050, so just over 1 meter by 600 times 2, and they're both being tempered or toughened, so it'll be similar to the glass in the windows I've got now. Hello, it's a beautiful day today, so it's given me a bit more incentive to do stuff today. And they've had 2 coats of primer, so they're looking a lot better, and I've started making the window frame. So this is the profile I ripped on my table saw yesterday. So you can see it's slightly thicker here and thinner here. That basically is the face of the composite panel of the door, and that's where the glass is going to sit on here, and then I'll make a beading to hold it in. I'm still unsure whether to have the beading on the inside or the outside. I think traditionally it's on the outside, but I'm rather doing it on the inside to give it a neater finish. I don't know. Yeah, see. Look, I guess I'm going to be staring at it more when I'm on the inside rather than the outside. So it makes sense to put the beading on the outside like normal. I'll make that decision when I put it together. Anyway, so now to get them to butt together and be even, I've had to cut this like so. So it's got this notch, if you like, on both sides, and then these are cut with a notch as well, like so. It looks complicated, but it's not too bad once I've figured it out. And they basically fit like that. This one needs a little bit more fettling because it's a bit high, and this one fits in like so. So with a little bit of fettling, that's what they need. So I'm going to do the other one there and the other 2 for that door. I'm going to pin and glue it, and maybe even paint it. Yeah, I don't know, I'm going to probably sicker it into the door frame. So this actually is the wrong way around, so it will be in reverse, upside down, because this is the internal surface, not the external one. But anyway, I'll keep you updated. I don't think there's any point in filming this because it's awkward and obviously time consuming. So I'm going to just do it and then update you as I go along. How's that sound? So you can see I've got the glass in. I've decided to go with 3mm top. So we've got some expansion for the length in there, and 3mm on this side, so overall 6mm. So I've got 1.5 here, or 1.5 there, and that's tight there and tight there. So the width obviously will expand less, but I'm hoping that's enough. A nice fit. I've marked where I'm going to cut them, so that looks pretty accurate. So I'm going to commit to that now and refit it and trim off the excess off here. So that's going to be my next job. Alright, so both frames are made, and now what I'm going to do is give them a clean up, a quick sand, and then I'm going to line them up in the center of the door so that I can insert them. I'm just wondering whether I can just glue them straight in without anything. They look pretty good, so I'm just going to test the glass in them one more time and make sure that we're still good to go. I'm happy with that. Alright, let's see what we can do next with lining it up and getting it in the door. Yesterday I put the window in. It was a bit late last night, so I didn't film it because it was too dark. So the glass has gone in and it's bedded down in a bead of silicone all the way around, and now I'll wait till that goes off really well and then I'll trim that off with a blade, that excess on the other side. These are beads I've just cut this morning, so top and bottom going like so. That one goes in there, like so, and then these ones, I'm just keeping them nice and simple. I ain't got time for fancy stuff. So that fits there or there, once I've measured it up. So there you go, that fits like that. And this one fits in there. And there we go. And then that'll be siliconed in as well. But this alley piece with this profile, so 25 by 50, will go over all of it and create a nice neat finish. What I will have to do is maybe take about 3mm off this edge It doesn't quite sit flush there. Even with the glue, it'll be a little bit too close for cool. I don't want it touching the glass as such. I want it close but not touching. And that'll give it a nice neat finish. And I'll actually mitre the corners here. It'll get rid of all that. And it will also secure, if you can just see, this is the actual frame of the window here, and that's the beading to hold the glass in. So it'll completely cover all that and some. Because I'm going to paint all these beads. Give one more coat to this one like I did with that one. Once they're painted, see how they look, I might give them another coat. Then I'm going to silicone the bead in, and then once they're in and I'm happy, I will then cut the aluminium angle to fit. Tired of seeing these doors. It's been like weeks now working on these doors, and I just want them in so I have a full box. So yeah, let's chit chat, more work. So I'm about to put the other glass in. I've just cleaned it with some metho around that area. It's dried enough. The beads are on the side, but I probably won't have time to do that because it's getting a bit late and it's getting cold. So I'm going to unwrap the glass, which is in here. Clean the edges with metho and get it bedded in sharp before it gets too cold. So that's what I'm going to do right now. My little helper over there called Little Marley. As you saw in that quick time lapse, I have now put the beading in for the window. Plenty of silicone so it doesn't leak. Not that it will, because remember I'm putting that alley stuff on top of there. I'll clean all this up later. I made a bit of a boob, or some of it at least. I know there's plenty of silicone there. No point in playing with it now. It scrapes off better rather than making a mess. So you can see it's all glooping out there and there. Same with this one. And I only put just a couple of little nails in just to secure it. Keep it tight while it's setting. And hopefully that's the end of that. The alley sections are drying with a primer coat. Unfortunately this takes a while because it's not as warm as it should be, but they're all there. Yeah, I'll have a look at them in an hour, see if they're dry enough to do the other side. And yeah, that's where we're at this stage. The aluminium trim pieces should be cured now. It's been quite cold, cool temperatures, like no more than 20, 21. Nights are down to 6, so I've given these a cut a day and a bit. So as you can see on my rack, they're ready to go. Managed to do one of the internal panels as well. So the first 4 here are the left-hand doors. and these ones are the right hand doors. So hopefully it's in good. They seem to be nice and hard because 2-pack. What I love about 2-pack, it goes nice and hard. I'm about to put them on these doors. I've just taken the masking tape off. Remember, this is the outside of the door. There we go. Just make sure I've got the right ones in the right spots. Glue them with Sikaflex or some of the same adhesive I glued the body with, because I want it so that they can be removed reasonably easily if the glass gets smashed, because I don't want it. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bead along here where the glass is to stop any water ingress, and I'm going to put a bead along the edge here, and then a very light one inside here somewhere towards the side. And I think that will ensure that they're removable without wrecking them. Get the old meths out, clean it all up, and let's get gluing. So I got up this morning after painting these doors, and unfortunately because I left it quite late last night, I think the temperature dropped well below what was recommended for the paint. And to compound that, it hadn't dried in the morning, it's drying now. The condensation on my tin roof up here has dripped on the doors and completely stuffed up the paint. We ruined it with that state of that there. That's a complete schmozzle. I was hoping to put the second coat on today and get these doors hung tomorrow. But everything is conspiring against me, it seems. So I took the doors in because I keep getting condensation on this tin roof, and it's already ruined the paint once, so I brought it in to dry out, and it's dried out quite well. It's still a bit tender, if you like. So I'm going to mask out where I routed out the groove here. I'm going to use the adhesive, which I'm going to use today anyway, and that should skin over nicely. And that'll give a nice neat finish here. I'll move the masking tape, I'll give it one final coat. So hopefully this is the last time I put these hinges on. They've been on and off, I don't know how many times. Make sure it all fits. I won't put them on too tightly, but tight enough. So I'm keeping them a little bit loose so I've got some adjustment when I put the pins in. The other side on. And get the catch plate on, turn this over and get it to the truck and see if we can mount it.